in Jehovah.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I hope your week be blessed. I hope you get everything accomplished this week. And I just wish the best for you, man. I ain't gonna lie, I do wish the best for you. And once again, I know y'all get tired of me saying this, but I just want to give y'all thanks again. I humbly appreciate everyone that watch my videos, that comment on my videos, that like my videos, that share my videos, that give me critiques on what I should do and say better, man. I humbly appreciate that. And I just want to shout out to the FBA family or any other people. You might not be FBA, but I just want to thank y'all for that. And without y'all, my channel probably wouldn't grow like it is right now. So I thank y'all so much, man. I thank y'all so much. But anyway, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Now listen, y'all. The Africans back at it again. They are back at it again. These Africans still talking about getting our reparations or wanting reparations for the transatlantic slave trade. These Africans still stuck on this. Now let me read this to you right quick. Ghana Foreign Minister proposed a resolution recognizing the transatlantic slave trade as a crime against humanity and rights to reparations during the Latin American and Caribbean Forum, Bogota, Colombia. So basically, the Ghana Prime Minister was in Bogota, Colombia, and he was speaking to them about how they deserve some reparations and stuff like that. And so y'all can get better context of it, I'm going to play him speaking about this.
This is a resolution seeking to declare the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. For more than 300 years, Africans were treated as property, were tortured, humiliated, raped, and forced out of the continent, over 12.5 million of them, in the most dehumanizing and despicable circumstances. The world is yet to acknowledge this. Perpetrators are yet to apologize and have not compensated the victims. This is the time to demand reparative justice, and this is the time to demand restitution.
Now, y'all see that, right? I know y'all seen it. Y'all heard every word this man said. This is an African saying this, right? Talking about how they deserve reparations. Let's not forget, Ghana makes money off the slave trade. Don't they have like a spot in Ghana where they used to hold Africans or slaves in there so they could be shipped off to different sides of the world and stuff? Some shipped to the United States, some shipped to the UK, or wherever they were shipping them to. Was there like a holding cell somewhere in Ghana? I never been to Ghana. I said I want to go, but after this I ain't gonna never go. These people make money off slave tourism. When people go there, you'll see people walking through the jail cells. I don't know what they call it, or a slave quarter, whatever. I'm gonna call them slave jail cells. But there are videos and pictures. People I follow on social media or come on my platform and we talk about it. They tell me like, yeah, we walked through there. We had to crunch down walking in. It's dark. It still looks messed up, but they charge us to get in. That's crazy. And they charge people. They charge tourists to walk through this jail cell. If I'm saying it right, y'all correct me in the comments. But they charge people to walk through a holding cell for slaves. But they complain about how they deserve reparations. Y'all have a tourism about that. And from what I heard, they have like shops and stuff selling memorabilia about slavery and how they was selling slaves or how they was holding slaves out there in Ghana. Come on, man. Then, for the prime minister even fix his mouth to even talk about the transatlantic slave trade, they still doing slave trades now in Ghana. They enslaving children, bro, in the fishing industry. You got children that's in Ghana that's diving in water to untangle nets, to fish. They are being abused, these kids are being kidnapped. All types of things. These kids are enslaved for life. And I blame some of the people that live in Ghana for you know the for the Ghanaians out there. You got Ghanaian parents throwing their kids off to these slave holders over there in Ghana. That's sad, man. I don't know if y'all saw that documentary though, but it was sad, yo, man. It was sad. Like, cause they say like a few kids from that place, man. It just seeing them kids just shell shocked. Babies shouldn't be shell shocked like that. 6-year-olds shouldn't be shell shocked like that. The light was dim in them children's eyes out there in Africa. And this dude want to have the audacity to talk about what they deserve in the transatlantic slave trade. Now, before I continue, what's crazy about this was at a Latin American and Caribbean conference in Colombia. Latin America, most of the people that was there or in Latin America are descendants of Spaniards. They played a part in slavery. But what ticked me off in this video was he was talking about 300 years of trend. I'm telling y'all, man, I know for a fact that's like a code word for us. They want to get our money. They want to get what's owed to us as Black Americans. That's what it is. Because they know them Latin countries ain't going to give them no money. They know that. They know that. But they want to try to shoot for America because there's still a lot of goofy niggas out here that keep claiming this African shit. And that's why I always... It's a reason why, man. And I know there could be truth and by saying you descendants from Africa or we came from on the translate. I get all that, but these Africans are using that, bro. And let me just flip it just a little bit. Reason why I say that because you'll have a party. I hate throwing Democrats, but you'll have a Democratic Party that will use that and they will spit in our face and give these people the money that's owed to us. That it just don't make sense. All because we keep saying this African stuff. That's why I took African, like say I'm African descendant. I don't say that we come from Africa. I don't say life started. I don't say nothing like that because I don't want to give these people like this prime minister an idea. Do it sound ignorant? Yes. I can totally understand where y'all coming from. I totally do. But you have a lot of politicians that do not want to pay us our reparations, but they'll do some underhanded stuff and give it to these funky Africans. One, so they can take the resources in Africa, and 2, so they can control the Africans, and 3, so they can piss Black Americans off and keep us chasing the hook, the worm on the hook as a fish. Nah, man, we ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that. And the thing about it is, why the Africans not talking about how they played a huge part in the slave trade, how they was capturing Africans and selling them to the people. Why they not talking about that? Y'all was the problem too. That tribalism is the reason why y'all where y'all at right now. And let's say majority of Black Americans here came from Africa. We was on transatlantic slave trade. Let's say we have no indigenous people. Let's say there was no melanated people on this land. It was we the first Black people to step foot on this land because of white folks, right? Well, guess what? Africans owe us then. And even without that, even out me saying that we was the only ones here being brought up, me using that example, period, Africans owe us. Because Africans played a hand in that, man. Y'all did that. I think it's very highly disrespectful of that African to think that they're owed something. Y'all not owed nothing. Y'all still making money. Y'all still finessing my people, talking about this a right to abode stuff. Y'all still getting money from Black Americans from some odd reason. Y'all still are. We got Michael B. Jordan daddy living out there now. There's other celebrities coming out there talking about right to abode. You even got Dr. Umar talking about, I got my Ghanaian citizenship. But guess what? When Dr. Umar needed some money for that house, what was the Africans at then? Where was the Africans at then? This kind of pissed me off a little bit, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of pissed me off, man. Because these Africans are cursed. And I'm gonna do a video on why I think these Africans are cursed, man. These Africans are cursed people. They are just like the white people of the world. I think they are both related. I ain't gonna lie to you. Reason why I don't think we from Africa, just to be 100, I do believe in the transatlantic slave trade. And I'm not one of these people that claim to be indigenous or whatever, or I'm American Indian. I like to call myself a Negro. descendants of emancipated people and stuff like that. And even though I can understand, what Brian, we've been removed for 400 years from them, blah, 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 blah. Nah, man, nah. Our soul and spirit is different from them Africans, man. There's no remnants that I see in us, in them. There's nothing I see. I don't see the talent. I don't see nobody being innovative. I don't see nobody coming up with something that I never heard before. I'm talking about that they can benefit the world. Even just the entertainment aspect, I don't see it in them Africans. And I don't see us in them. Only thing we share is this right here. And that's the color of our skin. But there's nothing else. But guess what? I can look to the Caribbean islands, or I can look to the Africans in South America, and I can see the resemblance in them. I can see how they the same. I can see how they act. It's the same as an African in a way. I can see that. But us as in a black American, I don't see that. I don't see that at all, bro. We got a different type of discernment, y'all. We got intuition, y'all. We got spiritual connections with our people, man. Just like I mentioned in one of my videos, I could be from California and you could be from Maine, and we meet up somewhere in Chicago. We in the building full of tethers, full of white folks, full of people from all over the world. But I can see you on that corner, you can see me on that corner, and guess what? We can make eye contact and we communicate. We understand, like, I got you, sister. I got you, brother. I got your back. I see how these folks acting. Yeah, man, it's crazy. And we don't even say a word. We know. We just know each other. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Just think about it, y'all. Y'all ever been at Target, Walmart, or somewhere like that, and let's say a white kid fall on the ground or something, just acting crazy as hell. The mama ain't doing nothing. Kid rolling around looking crazy. But you and another black person would make eye contact and be like, And guess what we saying? You see that? Boy, if my mom and dad had me acting like that, or if I was acting like that as a kid, we'll get whooped. That's the conversation we have. Or we might be thinking like, well, we might be doing some telepathic type shit, like we having a conversation like that. We understand. We be like, and we could do it with the eyes too. We'll do something like this. And we know what that means. It can mean a lot of things. Man, look at these white folks. White folks let their kids do anything. And we just agreeing with each other without even saying a word. You can't do that with no funky flip-flop wearing African. You can't do that with nobody. Only us, we can do that. I don't even think Africans do that with each other. I never seen an African look at them and be like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's highly disrespectful, and we are going to push back on that. If I see any more topics about that, I'll make sure I talk about it so I can inform the family, just in case y'all haven't seen it. But yes, these funky flip-flop wearing Africans think they entitled to reparations while they the cause of all this destruction that's going on. They the one laid down. They the one traded their people off for stuff that they ain't gonna use. These folks gave these people toys and stuff for human beings. They gave these folks toys. Then the same people that give them the toy turned on and made them slaves. Ain't that some shit? Tribalism. Got y'all where y'all at. And it was a point I was gonna make about the transatlantic slave trade too, about, let's say in America, there was nobody else, just us, and we was the only people there. I'm just going by that narrative. I said, y'all gave the brightest people away for free. Cause look at us and how we moving out here in America, and look how y'all moving in America. Look at the bad luck y'all having in Africa. Y'all are cursed people, man. I'm gonna do a video on that this week. It's gonna be kind of long. I'm gonna do a little research, just point out certain things that they do, and maybe give me 2 weeks, cause I'm gonna be kind of busy this week. But yeah, I'm gonna do it on why I believe Africa is cursed and we're not. We are blessed people. Anyway, what's y'all thoughts on that African trying to get reparations? Do you think they will get it? I doubt it. I hope not. If they do, we know who's going to give it to them. But they don't deserve our reparations. Matter of fact, them Africans owe us reparations. Matter of fact, we need to get money from them. I wish I knew Trump personally. Listen, Trump, I know you'll want to give us reparations from America. I get that. Force them Africans to give us reparations then. Make them pay us something. Make them give up something. Maybe not money, but something that we can use. Funnel that money to so black Americans are own business or something. Something. Do something. If you don't want to give us a check, do something to make them force them to pay what's owed to us for this slave trade. But anyway, y'all be safe. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day.